just love that song. I mean, we found it on the internet today when we were looking for something else. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So if you haven't gotten your flu shot, I know my guest, Sherry, is going to say, hey,
hey,
hello. You should get your flu shot. So now you know that we're live, as someone just popped in. Let me first tell you, it is Monday. It is the Monday before, as I said, Thanksgiving. It is November 21st. I'm your host, Diane Gatsis Havinga, and this is one of my favorite shows to do every year. Partly because I have these wonderful ladies who help me out. So let me introduce you to who just popped in as I sit down. Of course, because you're staying fit and healthy for the holidays. She's definitely not going to gain those 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds for the holiday.
Okay.
Of course, Juanita from the fitness center, and next to her is Sherry Jennifer, who is our nurse practitioner, and she's one of the corporate partners that helps us, employees, plus a little bit of the residents, I think, stay healthy and make sure that not only are we fit for work, but also for our friends and families. So welcome once again. And I have to say also, do you know it is the 75th anniversary of Thanksgiving on Thursday?
Oh, no.
It is a relatively young holiday in comparison to New Year's and Christmas.
Right.
It's only been 75 years since we had Thanksgiving, so how about that?
That's crazy.
And I'm sure, though, Sherry, I'm going to start with Sherry, that sorry, boy, we're just all over the wall today, but that's okay. One of the things that I shouldn't get on the scale on Mondays, I've decided.
Never.
Because I got on the scale and I went, oh my God. But one of the big things I think is, you know, we were tempted with all sorts of foods during the holiday. So not only do we want to stay healthy to enjoy that, but that weight gain is something else if we don't watch out for it.
It's a slippery slope.
We're not talking snow or ice here.
No, it is a slippery slope. So it's funny, yeah, between Thanksgiving or the pre-Thanksgiving celebration, a lot of people started their holidays, you know, today, all the way through, you know, your New Year's resolution. This is a really big time where people can pick up 1 or 2 or 3 pounds and maybe 5 to 10. And then, you know, it takes you all year to take that off. So just being mindful that that can happen, I think that's one thing. And we know that, you know, you want to enjoy your holidays, and you don't want to be stepping on the scale every day and that really be your stress. But we do have a Weight Watchers group on campus, and one of the things that they said that it really stuck with me is if that's an item that you don't get all year,
like the stuffing.
Like maybe the stuffing, right?
I only do the stuffing at Thanksgiving.
Could be,
so.
and we can even back this up to Halloween, because it started with a Halloween candy. I had to back that up.
Didn't you call it in Weight Watchers the Bermuda Triangle? Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas is like da-da-da-da. It's like that's when you gain so much weight.
I've not heard of that, but I could see how that happens. You get in and you can't get out.
You can't get out of there. It's tough.
But if it's something that you haven't had, and you know, you can get a Snickers bar any day of the week, so that's not really that special. But maybe it's that pecan pie, maybe it's that pumpkin that is not normally made, and you know, you don't have to have half the pie. You know, just so practice mindfulness, which is really what I was going to lead into with stress. Is that, you know, we get so busy, you know, running around. We're getting presents. We're already starting about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That we don't enjoy the moment that we're in. So one of the nurse practitioners had us practice mindfulness, where she took us through an exercise, and I could actually taste the lemon when she got done with it. It was only a few minutes, but it's really basically saying, you know, recognize where you are. Like, you know, Juanita just sprinted. I know she sprinted over here. She has a slight injured ankle. I know she ran over here as fast as she could. And then now she's here, you know, now she's just going to enjoy this moment. Juanita's really good at doing this. When she's in the moment, enjoy it. So if you're having that piece of pumpkin pie or that pecan pie,
Really enjoy it.
enjoy that moment, the textures, how it feels in your mouth and how it feels going down. And don't just gobble up real fast to get to the next thing. And I think if we are mindful in what we're doing at every step of the way, whether we're wrapping that presents or shopping, or don't think about the 900 things. You know, you have things to do, we all have things to do today, but we're here, and let's just enjoy this time. And I think that can kind of help.
No, I think that's a great point. And one of the things with the mindfulness is for food, you're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to look at the piece of pie or whatever and you're supposed to like look at the color, smell it, and then when you taste it, you're actually supposed to chew like 30 or 50 times.
30 times. And if you've tried that, you're just going, what? This is so long.
Right.
But we just gobble. We don't
Right.
take our time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that helps us get it into that moment. And there was one, and I can't remember his name, but he's a famous Buddhist monk and leader, and he basically, when they sit down for dinner, they eat. They don't talk. You know, it's the meal is to eat. Conversation is for conversation. And I'm like, well, okay, I kind of get that, but isn't it part of the meal, the gathering?
And it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to catch up with your brain. So if you're gobbling down, like a lot of us do for lunch, you know, you've got 15 minutes or so, you eat really quick, then this doesn't catch up. You know, if you take your time and savor it, enjoy it, visit. I mean, I think you're right, Diane. Part of the holidays is all the gathering of your loved ones that you finally get to see, maybe you haven't seen for a year, so you enjoy it. And then that will help the stomach to catch up with the brain and brain with the stomach, and you won't overeat.
Right. And we'll have some fitness tips to also help keep off that extra weight. And but I also want to, I know something that's very important to Sherry, especially for the employees here, is our health and keeping us healthy during this time, and also not contagious, because if we're sick with a fever or whatever, if we come to work, then guess what? I go and give it to Sherry, and Sherry gives it, and we do that whole chain.
Right.
But we have something, we're going to start this discussion with something that the Center for Disease Control came out with a couple years ago, I think it was. And it's a healthy song about how we can stay healthy during this stressful or unstressful, mindful time in our lives. So let's take a moment and look at that, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Sounds good.
Said the CDC to me, wash hands to be safe and healthy. The second way to health, said the CDC to me, bundle up for warmth and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The third way to health, said the CDC to me, manage stress, bundle up for warmth and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The fourth way to health, said the CDC to me, don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The fifth way to health, said the CDC to me, be smoke-free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The sixth way to health, said the CDC to me, fasten belts while driving, be smoke-free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The seventh way to health, said the CDC to me, get exams and screenings, fasten belts while driving, be smoke-free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The eighth way to health, said the CDC to me, get your vaccinations, get exams and screenings, fasten belts while driving, be smoke-free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The ninth way to health, said the CDC to me. Monitor the children, get your vaccinations, get exams and screenings, fasten belts while driving. Be smoke free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth, and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The 10th way to health, said the CDC to me. Practice fire safety, monitor the children, get your vaccinations, get exams and screenings, fasten belts while driving. Be smoke free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth, and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The 11th way to health, said the CDC to me. Prepare dinner safely, practice fire safety, monitor the children, get your vaccinations, get exams and screenings, fasten belts while driving. Be smoke free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth, and wash hands to be safe and healthy. The 12th way to health, said the CDC to me. Eat well and get moving, prepare dinner safely, practice fire safety, monitor the children, get your vaccinations, get exams and screenings, fasten belts while driving. Be smoke free. Don't drink and drive, manage stress, bundle up for warmth, and wash hands to be safe and healthy.
Wow.
Wow.
You know,
I'm out of breath from
I
singing
know,
that. How
but-
about you?
Oh, I am too.
Didn't we sound good though?
We sound so
We
great.
sounded great.
Someone should put that on the internet for us.
Oh.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So anyway, that's from our government, our Centers for Disease department, and a couple of things that struck me. The smoke-free, be smoke-free, that was like their number one thing, and I was like, do people still smoke?
Oh, yeah.
We don't normally notice that because we are a smoke-free campus, but when somebody is a smoker, it's amazing. And we still have, you know, to the credit of our employees, we still have employees coming in and saying, I need help quitting. I know we've had at least 4 employees stop smoking this year, and it's
Yay.
made such a difference in their life. You know, and they'll never understand the impact that's had on their loved ones around them. You were speaking of a story of you know,
Just
somebody.
walking by when I was in Chicago last week, and I'm outside, and a grandfather with his grandson opened up the car, and it was like a wall hit me of the nicotine, and I was shocked that here I'm outside. I wasn't that close to this person, but I could smell it, and even after I was coming back, he was inside the truck, the doors closed, and I could still smell that.
It's that secondhand smoke. Yeah, I used to have friends of mine in college, and one of my roommates at that point was a smoker. And she would always go outside and smoke, so she never thought it was any big deal. She called me years later and said, I am so sorry. I said, you know, why? She's a great person. She goes, I never knew. She goes, I quit smoking. She goes, and I went into my closet. I couldn't believe what a coat smelled like. So it was just an awareness that, you know, you just don't know. But you know, the good thing is we're making positive changes. People are quitting smoking. They do understand that it is a danger, and they're linking smoking to a whole lot more cancers now. So it's a good thing.
And, you know, I think this is all about employees, but I know we have a lot of World War II vets here, and my father was given cigarettes in the military.
Exactly.
He never smoked till he went into the military. Then he came home and married Mom, and Mom never smoked. They started smoking together. And it wasn't until he had lip cancer, and that was taken off, and all the radiation here, that there was not one cigarette in the house. No one smoked. No one came in the house that smoked. There was just none allowed. But again, for our residents, a lot of them, you just didn't know the dangers of the disease and the cancers that arise from that.
Does smoking also, in terms of your overall health, does it, I'm trying to think of the word, it escapes me, but if you had a smoker versus a non-smoker, and they're exposed to the same germs and whatever that's out there, does the smoker have a tendency to, you know, get infected?
To affect their immune status?
Right,
Sure.
yes.
It does, and the other thing it does is it, you know, if there's a smoker, let's say, that comes in with a cough or some pneumonia, it actually becomes a different bug that will affect you. because you are a smoker. So you really do have to be in tune for that. But absolutely, because it does make you less apt to get out and walk and to move, and eventually, smoke for a long time, it becomes hard to do that. And it's an addiction like anything else. You really just don't even realize how narrow it's making your scope of activity, because it's just something you've always done. And as we get older, as I'm growing older, the thought of going out and doing that extra 30 minutes is harder and harder. But if you were a smoker, I could see myself grabbing the cigarette, thinking that was, okay, I'm going to relax with the cigarette.
So the other thing that the song had that struck me was washing hands and reducing stress, which during the holidays I think become harder for both cases. So let's talk about washing hands. I mean, we hear that all the time, and now you go into a bathroom either at Green Spring or you go to a restaurant and it has the signs, employees must wash their hands.
Right.
What's the deal with washing hands?
Well, it's amazing how many germs can stay on your hands. And we all have good germs and bad germs that are all over our body, but the amount of germs that we can transfer from our hands it's in the billions of how many germs can live on your hands. So if you're going to go do something and you're going to to see somebody, or you've just eaten, you want to wash your hands to get rid of those germs. Saying that, we also want to keep the healthy germs that are here. So a lot of people like to use all that antibacterial soap and antibacterials, and what that does is that gets rid of everything. It strips you from your own immunity. So soap, just use soap. It doesn't have to be the dial.
In dirt every so often.
No, it doesn't have to be the dial soap. You don't need, you don't need to use all the little sprays, the Purell. I always tell people in our new employee orientation, when we had Ebola, the Ebola scare, they went door to door there, and they did not pass out Purell, germicide. They passed out a bar of soap and water. And that's how they fought it, with soap and water. So when you have a decision to make, whether you're going to wash your hands or I'm going to use that little Purell in my purse, go wash your hands. 20 seconds, say the alphabet, sing the happy birthday song, whatever it is. Wash your hands and dry it with the towel there, and that's the best way. But it's so important.
And then we have, of course, reducing stress. And I'm going to have Juanita, and you can obviously also talk about this. But
Miss Athlete over here. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm, looking at the calendar going, oh my God, I have to do this, and this. My stress level goes up. What's the best way for me to reduce that stress level?
It's exercise. Because exercise not only reduces your stress, well, it will put you in a better mood. Somebody just told me this morning they were in a bad mood. They didn't know why. So what I would say is jump on some sort of aerobic activity. Go for a walk. Jump on the treadmill. Do something for 25 minutes. And a research coming out of Duke University says 30 minutes of aerobic activity at moderate intensity, where you can still talk to your friend as you're doing it, is better than an antidepressant. It was better than Zoloft. So if you can put yourself in a better mood, reduce stress with just 20 to 30 minutes of a walk, who wouldn't? Also, that helps you sleep better. So for so many people, when they're stressed, they can't sleep. Or some people eat. They're stressed out, so they eat more. Well, or they quit eating. All of those things are bad, So if you knew of one magic pill to help you sleep better, put you in a better mood, and reduce your stress, well, it would make millions. But they can't put a pill, they can't put exercise in a pill. Just do it. We're so lucky here to have this facility, even if we couldn't go outside. For our residents, they could just walk the halls. And 24-hour gym, It's the best thing to do for you, for your body, for your mood, for your sleep. And then, of course, more sleep builds up your immune system.
Right.
Because that's when your immune system kicks in. So here comes the flu season. So again, we want to be in a better mood, we want to reduce stress, we want to sleep better, and we want to stay well. Exercise.
So does it matter when I exercise? Like what type of day? Do I have to do it first thing in the morning? Can I do it right before I go to bed?
You know, everybody's different. Research shows early morning because there's not, at that point, you don't have appointments set up. You don't get your hair done, you don't have to go buy groceries, you know, an early morning appointment. So you just say, I'm doing it at 6 a.m. or 7. But again, everybody's different. So if you're a late riser, come in at noon, 4 o'clock. It doesn't matter. You do it when you feel good about it. It's just that the busier this holiday season is, the more the day gets, you know, bottled up with appointments, and you're with friends and you're busy doing this and that, and you're going to meet somebody here. So, you know, then that comes to where, okay, where can I fit it in today? You just have to look at your schedule.
And does it have to be a full 25 minutes straight, or
No,
can I
shoot.
spread it out?
Good question. Yeah, research shows 10 minutes morning, 10 minutes lunch, 10 minutes in the evening is just as effective as a 30-minute time period.
And then as we're sitting here, it occurs to me the other big thing that's come out, I think, this year is the whole we're sitting, and
Sitting.
how it's really taking a toll on our general health. So with that in mind, I'm going to throw this out. So I'm preparing Andrew. I'm thinking we should stand up. And maybe Juanita can show us some of the things we can do instead of sitting in front of the TV.
Well, or even sitting in front of the TV. Let's just say you're watching the Hallmark Channel and you're going, I am not getting up. Well, you know what? You can pull your knee up to your chest,
All right.
stretching your low back, and then rotate your ankles and right and left and point and flex and extend your leg out. So, I mean, here we are over a table, but if you're not over the table, like, oh, no, you just extend it out and in, a leg extension. That's going to pump that blood up. And, you know, the PT, physical therapy, would love us for doing this, because this is called a quad set,
wait, you're
where
supposed
you
to-
lock your knee, flex your foot. It's a stretch for the calf and hamstrings. Did you see those two fighting already over there?
Hey.
So that's a quad set for you. So it's strengthening your quads,
God, I can
stretching your
feel
calf
it.
and hamstring.
Wow.
Absolutely. You know, do both legs, of course.
I have to do both at the same time? You
Oh,
feel it in
yeah,
your
you
stomach.
can. You do both at the same time, and you
Wow.
activate your transverse muscles. Yes.
My transverse muscles
There
are
you go.
spasming.
And you pick it up, and don't move. You're hitting the rectus abdominis.
Oh,
So-
there you go. Can you say that, all those muscles really fast?
So, I mean, there's so much you can do seated.
Wow.
It's incredible. That was just a few minutes, and can you feel it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, but you can do that seated. And then, of course, what they really want you to do is, you know, because when we sit, we kind of, you know, we're just all like bundled up. You're kind of cold, so you bring your body in nice and tight. Well, what you really want to do is extend that chest.
Okay,
For most of us, your
sure.
shoulders are forward like this. So what you want to do is stretch them way up, back, and down. And again, oops.
Oh, well, there was
oh,
that later.
See,
It can be dangerous.
What happens when you exercise?
That's the second thing I broke this morning. God.
It's
It's
just
one of those
It
days.
is.
So your shoulders up, back, and down, and then just pressing back. And that's for the
Started doing a
chest. And then pressing out for your upper back, pressing up for the shoulders, going right for the obliques, going left for the other side. Come back in here to the center, pull your belly button to your spine, spine to the back of your chair. Tuck your chin, look down, and then that's going to get your mid back into the low back. So, I mean, there's so much you can do. And, you know, research is, like you were just saying, that they're saying sitting's like the worst thing we can do. Every hour, you should be up moving for at least 5 minutes out of that hour. I mean, you just need to get your blood flowing. Again,
Just kind of get up and go around.
get up, walk
Go around the table and get some more
just
pumpkin
march.
pie. Just just do a couple rounds around there.
Or one bite, and then another round and another bite. But you just have to move as much as you can. And you know, all these little movements, research also shows you burn more calories doing that.
Is there anything I can do when I am standing up that would also, you
Oh,
know?
well, you know, you can march around. I mean, you know,
March.
yeah, just stand up and march around, pick up those knees, and kick your bottom, you know, kick your bottom. That's a dynamic stretch of the quads, and of course, it's a hamstring.
We didn't plan this with the spatial.
Yeah, and so there you're getting the hamstring curl, but a
okay.
quadricep stretch.
They'd probably arrest you in a store if you sat there and
Yeah, if
started.
you start kicking people. But, okay, here's something you can do standing in line.
Okay.
Don't show it, but you just put your feet in a perfect body position. So your body alignment's everything. Toes and heels straight ahead. Shoulders rolled up, back and down. Chest is open. When you lift your chest, the abdominals kick in. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Okay, now squeeze your glutes and release. Squeeze your glutes. This is just relaxed. Nobody knows it. You're standing in line with your cart. You just squeeze glutes, relax. Squeeze glutes, relax.
Unless you have on really
Squeeze.
tight pants.
Yeah. But you could be squeezing your quads, your inner thighs, and your glutes, and nobody knows it. Nobody knows it, and you're exercising those muscles.
Okay. Believe it or
Okay.
not, we're out of time.
Oh, we are?
So-
we're having so much fun.
One thing from Juanita that the most important thing you can tell people during this holiday season to stay fit.
You know, just move as much as you can. You know, cleaning house counts. It counts. But if you can just do 10 minutes morning, noon, and night, just 30 minutes a day by the end of the week. You know, the American College of Sports Medicine wants you to do 150 minutes of some sort of aerobic activity. You know, you do 10 minutes a day, 10, 20, 30, you know, 3 times a day, you're going to make that.
And every day.
Every day.
No days off.
No days off.
Okay.
It's just a little walk, you know?
And Sherry, one thing to keep us healthy during this holiday
Well, we
season.
didn't talk about it, but get your flu shot.
Flu shot. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
too
a
late.
really big thing. No, it's not too late, and it takes 2 weeks to kick in, so it's a really good idea to do that.
So,
That'd be perfect right before you see your family over the holidays.
and just, I mean, I haven't heard anything, and, you know, the news hasn't said, so are we seeing any activity? You don't want us to, we're not going to talk about it.
A smattering of cases in Virginia. We have personally not seen any yet, but if I do today, I'll be back on here tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
So there you go. Flu shot and maybe washing hands.
And wash your hands, yes,
Wash
of
your
course.
hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Thank you, ladies,
Thank
again
you.
Thank
for
you,
coming,
Diane.
and I'll charge my mug to,
Oh,
No.
to me, I guess. Anyway, before I let you go, I want to tell you what's coming up on Channel 6.